Hello everyone. If you want to know how to study here in South Korea, continue watching this video. Annyeong. Hello everyone. Welcome again to my channel, Tong TV. So for today's vlog, we're going to study or we're going to discuss about the Global Korea Scholarship, which is my third part of this series, okay, about the scholarship here in South Korea. So for today, I'm going to talk about the bachelor's degree. So if you are interested also with regards to the graduate school program with a master's and doctorate degree, you can hit this button, okay, or with tag, so that you can be transferred to my previous videos. Okay, so as I mentioned to you, bachelor degree will be the topic for today. Okay, so just like with the uh, graduate studies or the graduate program, these program, the bachelor's degree or the undergraduate program, can be applied by regional universities, okay, or Korean embassies. But with regards to the regional universities, they are focusing more with the natural sciences and engineering majors. Okay, so engineering majors. There's a little difference between those two centers or application centers. Okay, so these are the following guidelines. Okay, so yeah, before that, same with the objective of the graduate program. So this program, the undergraduate program or the scholarship under this program, is to strengthen the relationship of your country, okay, with South Korea's government or the education system. So it is an exchange program or exchange in educations to deepen the mutual friendship among countries. Okay, so with regards to the regional universities, the total number of scholarship to be selected every year, or most likely, um, most likely every year, is 60, okay, from 72 partnered countries. Okay, so as you can see here, these are the list of countries. Among those 60 candidates, 51 candidates will be selected from the countries with reserved quotas. So of course, this is a scholarship program, so they screen each applicant. So set uh, they set quota for each country. So if your country is listed here, you are eligible with regards to your nationality. Okay, but please be careful because there are some countries that have um, quota with regards to the numbers of scholars, because there will be nine students or nine candidates that will be selected with regards to their country of origin. Okay, will be selected from the rest of the countries with no reserve quota. So only 51 candidates will be selected from different countries, and then the remaining nine will be selected from the countries without or with no reserve quota. Okay, so that is 60 from 72 countries. But for Korean embassies, the total number of scholars will be selected is 125 from 68 countries. So as you can see here, these are the lists. This is the list of countries which are eligible for the Korean embassy. Korean embassy track. Okay, but there are some countries that are highlighted. So they are the countries wherein, um, if you are overseas Koreans and if you want to apply for this, you should be resident on those highlighted countries like Brazil, Japan, Kazakhstan, and others. Okay? And of course, the academic program for this degree, for the bachelor's degree, is for the bachelor degree proper, that is 4 years. Okay, 4 years. But before you proceed to that major or to your majors, you need to finish first the 1 year Korean language program. Okay, so the Korean Language Center or the school will be selected or designated by NIIED. Okay, so that's part of the Korean scholarship program. Okay, so they will select which school or if that institution is qualified from that organization. Okay, and of course, you need to attain a certain number of scores, okay, with regards to your topic. Okay, the test of proficiency in Korean. So it's just like an IELTS exam, but of course it's in Korean language. Okay, for 1 year. Okay, so for example, if you finish the 1 year, but and you took the Korean the topic exam, and you didn't pass or you were not qualified with that examination, so the program will not proceed. Okay, so it will stop. Okay, so the scholars, but if you are of course good and before coming here in Korea and you already know the Korean language, okay, and still you of course you need to take the topic exam, okay. If you got level 5 or level 6, you are exempted already for the 1 year program, so you can proceed directly to your bachelor's degree. So unlike the others, for example me, I don't know how to speak Korean, their language, I don't know their language, so I need to study 1 year Korean language. But before coming here, if I know already their language, I can take the topic exam directly, and if I pass, got topic 5 or 6, I will go straight or enroll straight with my bachelor's degree. Okay, so here March 2020, so if that will be next year, possibly it's March 2021. Okay, so for this first 6 months, if during your 1 year Korean language program, but on the 6th month, I think there will be the first test for the topic exam, and you got level 5 or level 6, you can enroll for the September term, or what we call here is the fall term. So instead of waiting another 6 months, or you don't need to finish the 1 year Korean language program, because the objective of the Korean language program is for the students to get topic 5 or topic 6, as far as I know. Okay, so via Korean Embassy, okay, the available universities and fields of study is a 4 years bachelor's degree offered at 63 universities. So the program that only been offered in this scholarship is the courses or the majors that have 4 years. So you cannot enroll for medicine, dentistry, and others which are more than 4 years. Okay, so these are the universities and higher education institutions that are certified for this scholarship or for the program. So yep, so you can post this video so that you can look for if you're familiar with some of the universities here. Number 28, that is my university, that is where I am teaching now, Jeonju University. Okay, next, through regional universities, same 4-year bachelor's degree programs, but it is being offered by 38 universities. Okay, so you can look here. Okay, so different. So still my university is here, number 20 Jeonju Universities, and of course either embassy or the university track, the top 10. Okay, the top universities are of course included in the list. So if you're familiar with those names, you can target or you can aim for that university. Okay, because why I mentioned that, because if your objective is to be a citizen here in Korea, there's a big point with regards to their system or the citizenship system, wherein you should graduate in a top university here in South Korea. Okay? So again, attention, any degree program which takes more than 4 years to complete is not available. Okay, so just like what I mentioned to you, medicine, dentistry, architecture, and pharmacy. Those courses and others are um, not included in this program because it will take more than 4 years. Okay? So of course, the citizenship, you should be citizen of the um, listed countries, and of course, your parents should not be uh, a Korean citizen, of course. Then the age, you should be under age of 25. Okay, 25 and below as of March 1, 2020. So if that will be next year, March 1, 2020. Okay, so of course, health. You should be healthy, of course, both physically and mentally, because you will stay here for how many years? Okay, so of course, you will find if you have a severe disease, of course, that needs a doctor's monitoring, it will be difficult for you. Okay? It will be very difficult for you. So the level of educations, of course, an applicant must have graduated or be expected to graduate by March 1, 2020. So it depends on your education system. Sometimes there are some countries that finish before March or after March or etc. So you should have the evidences or documents that if you are not yet a graduate of during March 1, at least you have the evidence or document that you are expected to graduate on that year. Okay, so for the applicants that already have bachelor's degree are not eligible anymore. Okay, so these are only available or applicants that are senior high school graduates or high school graduates are only eligible for this program. Okay, so if you want to know the where is it? Yep, because the minimum CGPA or the cumulative GPA should be 80%. So this is the scale. So if you have 4.3, 4.5 or 5 scale, so your minimum grade from first year up to your last year should be 80%, or 80 points. Okay, 80 points. It's the minimum. So if you got lower than that, I'm talking about CGPA. Okay? CGPA. Okay. So an applicant should never have been awarded for any scholarship here in Korea. So if you already have scholarship, of course you are not eligible anymore. And you should have no limitations in traveling abroad. You should also be proficient with Korean, or if not, English, of course. Okay, descendants. If you are descendants of the Korean War veterans, you will be you have an edge. Okay, so I think you need to submit some documents to provide for the government if you are really a descendant of a Korean War veterans. Okay, so only engineering and science major will be selected. Again, as I mentioned to you, engineering and science majors. Okay, so applicants from low-income families, of course, or underprivileged backgrounds will be given preference. So this is the good thing about this program, wherein they giving the privilege to the underprivileged or to the low-income family. So at least that kid or that applicant, if he or she will be selected, he can have a better future. Okay, better future. Okay, so applicants who are confirmed to be third generation overseas Koreans will be given preference, of course. Okay, but this is only for Korean embassy. Okay, so please take note of number 13. You are restricted for all applicants. You are restricted to apply for all tracks. Choose one and then that's it. Because if they will find out that you applied for all tracks, okay, you will be automatically disqualified. Of course, they want to give chance to all the applicants. Okay, so the scholarship period will last from March 1, 2020, okay, or 2021 for next year up to February 20, 2025 or 2026. So it's 1 year language and then 4 year degree program. So in short, you will be staying here as a student for 5 long years. Okay, that's a very good um, experience. Okay, but again, if you are good already in Korean and you already have the certificate for topic 5 and for topic 6, okay, um, no need for the 1 year language, so 4 years on. Okay, so what are the benefits? Airline ticket, of course, one way going here, and once you finish the program, one-way ticket going to your home country. Monthly stipend or 900,000 Korean won, around $700 to $800 um, per month. I'm talking per month. Then tuition fee, of course, they are all paid. That's why it's scholarship, right? Settlement allowance, 200,000 Korean won. When we say settlement, it means that it is a fund or a budget wherein you can use when you arrive here, and you can buy anything that you want or anything that you need for you to settle comfortably here in Korea. Okay? Once you are done with your scholarship with the program, the government will give you dollar no, sorry, 100,000 Korean won. Okay, that's a big one. 100,000, so $100. Okay, once you return to your home country. Of course, if you are you will study the Korean language training. The tuition fee will also be covered by the program. Okay, medical insurance also covered. Korean proficiency grant. So if you got level 5 or level 6, you will receive 100,000 won. That's not bad, right? Not bad. So these are the selection processes, or the period wherein you need to be cautious if you are planning to be a scholar here in South Korea. So early September, or last year for this September 29, for this batch, okay, for this year batch, so they started the application process September 2019. So for next year batch, that will be September 2020. Okay, so Korean Embassy, okay, that is the first round. So as I mentioned to you, just like with the graduate school program, we have different rounds: first round, second round, and then for the Korean Embassy track, you have third round. So if you're quite confused about that, you can watch the previous videos for my explanation about this. So it will run until September, October, November. Okay, and then what? So the announcement will be every January. So yeah, every January. So if you are already selected, either from Korean Embassy track or the university track, you will enter Korea by February 24 or 25 for this year. So I'm not quite sure or not familiar if the batch for 2020 arrive on time during 24 to 25, because if I'm not mistaken, that is the peak of the COVID-19 here in South Korea. Okay, so I'm not sure. Okay. Yep. So for for university track, okay, so for university track, it will also start by September. But for second round, it will be November. So when we say first round, for example, 100 applicants, and then it will trim down to the second round who is really eligible for the program, and then they will announce not the winners, the successful candidates January same. The Korean Embassy has 3 rounds. Why? The first round is the selection. The second round is also another selection from the embassy. The third round is the selection of the university, because of course the first and second were selected by the embassy, right? So of course the successful candidates will be forwarded to the university. So the university now will select, okay, who is eligible Okay, the toughest of the toughest. Okay, so yep, and same February, you will also enter here by February. So in short, either university or Korean embassy track, at the end, the chosen university will select the successful candidates. Okay, so again, if you chose to have or to use or to apply in university track, you can visit the websites of each university that were mentioned a while ago. They have their own websites, and most of them, of course, have a Korean, an English translations of their websites. Okay, so if you have some queries and you want to read more about this scholarship, you can look for the GKS, the Global Korea Scholarship, in Google, and then the first one, the first link, okay, that is their website, Study in Korea. So there are more scholarships here in Korea, but these are the most famous scholarship, and this is operated by the Korean government. Okay, so I hope this vlog or this information will help you a lot, and I hope if you watch this video, I hope someday you will be here in Korea and studying your chosen course for your future. Okay, so again, thank you so much, and if you are just new in my channel, please don't forget to subscribe and please hit like and share. Okay, thank you so much, and annyeong.